Hare Krishna students. Today we are going to start with the checkbox control. In the last class we studied the radio button control where only one item could be selected from a group of given options. But for checkboxes there is no such limit or anything. If the checkboxes are given, that means whatever the values given against the checkboxes, all of them can be selected. Okay, so there are different options or different ways of using those checkboxes, and with the help of a small example that we are going to find out what the checkboxes can do. So the program that is given in your book is fairly simple, that we can change, bold, italic, underline in similar manner like you do in Word usually, that you just click on the B button to make it bold. We are going to use checkboxes to do the same. So let us start by creating a simple work over here. So we will create a label over here, and in that label, as you can see, it is right, then enter your name, and after that we are going to take a text box and let it be a little more longer, and after that we are going to take some more buttons like checkboxes over here. Take one checkbox here, one more here, and one more here. So I will name this bold, this one italic, and this one underline. So this is what we are going to do for the text that we have. So as you can see, we have to write the code inside the checkbox controls. Okay, so this is where we work with the checkbox control itself. We are going to double click on bold. Okay, so the name of this checkbox is checkbox1. Checked change is the function going over here. So it means if I give a tick mark, then then it is going to be checked, and if I remove the tick mark, then it is not checked. So the first thing we have to use is whether or not it is checked. We'll be doing the check using if checkbox1 dot check checkbox1 dot checked. So we'll be going for the checked property. We have this checked property over here, true. Then what we have to do, then what we are going to do is we are going to change the font of the text box to a new font. That means we are going to apply bold, right? Otherwise we are going to keep it as regular it is. So text box 1 dot text is equals to, sorry, is going to be text box 1 dot font is going to be equal to, we are going to use a function over here called new font. Okay, we are going to use this function. So inside the new font function, what we are going to do is we are going to change the font of the text box. So text box 1 dot font style, we are going to for font style dot bold. Okay, font style dot bold. Okay, so let us check if it works or not. Okay, so this is what we have here. Next we'll go to else, then again text box 1 dot font equal to new font, first bracket we have text box 1 dot font, comma, font style dot regular. Okay, so let us check if our program is running or not, means the bold part is running or not. So we'll just write something over here and then just click on the bold. So as you can see, it is turning on bold if I give a tick mark, and turning off if I remove the tick mark. So yes, our program seems to work properly. Next we'll be writing code for all the other boxes. So the function that we are using here is font. So how, let us now understand what is happening over here. So we are using the if statement to see that if the given checkbox, at here we are checking checkbox 2. So if we are checking that if this particular value is true or not, so true means there is a tick mark. So if it is true, then what we are doing, we are assigning something to text box 1's font. So usually whenever we are assigning something to a particular font, we have to create a new font. So we are creating a new font using the font function. So what is the target in the first type? In the first portion, we have to give the target. So what is the target? The target is text box 1 dot font. So and then give the comma. Now what is the font style? Now the font style is italic. So I'll just select italic over here, and then if not, it is going to change to the previous same regular option. In your book, is it given regular? Yes, it is given as regular. So I'll just copy this line from over here and paste it over here. Next we have the underline portion. Same thing, we'll be using if checkbox 3 dot checked equal to true, then text box 1 dot font equal to new font. We are going to change text box 1 font, comma, to font style, and we are going to use underline over here. Okay. So other than that, else part, we have the same code. So let's just save it and then run it. So let us check if our everything works properly or not. Okay, so let us just apply bold, italic and underline. So as you can see, these buttons are working properly or not. We can easily see that, right? Now see one thing, that I am giving italic over here, I am giving bold over here. Now the italic part is not working, right? Now this is something that we have to keep in mind, that while working with this, that if I give bold, it is getting bold. If I give underline, the bold is going away. Now this is because over here we are applying a new font every time. We have given what? We have given new font. That means whenever we are applying this underline, this is applying one new font on it. Now when I am applying bold, it is applying another new font on it, and hence it is removing the previous one. So now this is a task that I am going to give it to you, that how we can keep it stored, whatever it is there. I want bold, italic, underline, all these three things to work together. So what can be done to make it work together? Because as you can see, we are very much successful in creating a bold one. Now if I remove the bold, no problem, bold is working properly alone. If I give italic, italic is working properly alone. If I give underline, underline is working properly, hello, no problem. But when I give bold, then underline or italic is going to replace the previous one. I'm going to click on underline. Underline is replacing the previous one. So just tell me that how we can keep all the three settings together. This is a task that you have to do today, how we can keep this. Okay, so now we have completed the checkbox control. Now we have next is the select case statement. Now the select case statement is specifically used when we have multiple options. Okay, so in your book the example that is given is that we have to enter a number between 1 and 7 and it is going to display the corresponding day of the week. So this is a fairly simple program over here, and we can simply create this. So first of all, as the code that I have written over here is already written in your book, so you don't need to write it in your copy, but I will suggest that please find out how we can keep all the three settings together, because this is what we want, right? In whenever we are working in Microsoft Word, whenever I'm clicking bold, italic and underline, does this particular action apply? Means I'm clicking on italic and bold is going away. This doesn't happen, right? If I'm applying bold, it will remain as bold. Okay, so just tell me how we can do that and how we can keep all the three settings together. Okay, so next we are going to do a program on select case that is given in your book, that will enter a day. First let us take a button over here. We'll just draw the button and a label over here and a text box. Okay, so just keep it fairly simple. Level 1, enter a day, enter a value between 1 and 7. Okay, between 1 and 7. Let us make it in this way, between 1 and 7 over here, and we'll keep this button over here. Make the button will say check the day of the week. Okay, so it's fairly simple. Now what we're going to do is we are going to check the day of the week. So I will at little bit modify this program. I will talk it as will change as it goes on. Dim n as integer. I'm going to take it as integer, and after that we're going to take the value of text box. So we'll convert it using the val function, text box 1 dot text. Okay, so after converting it, so we are entering a number between a number between 1 and 7. So if the value is less than 1 and greater than 7, this is not going to be accepted, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to use if statement. If n less than 1 and n greater than 7, then what we're going to do is we're going to give it a message box, and we're going to write is incorrect choice. Okay, so we're going to do this. Then if not, what we're going to do is in the else part we are going to write the complete select case statement. So select, it is going to show select, then what is the next part? It says case, and then n. So what does this mean is, what it means is that we are going to select a case. Case means a value that is either 1 and 7. So it is going to catch that value and work on that particular case. If case is equal to 1, so if case is equal to 1, what should be the message box displaying? Message box should display it's Monday. Then case is equal to 2, then it is going to show message box Tuesday. Sorry, it's day 1 is Sunday. Monday. Case is equals to 3, and message box Tuesday. Case is equals to 4, message box Wednesday. Case is equals to 5, then message box Thursday. Case is equals to 6, message box Friday. When case is equal to 7, message box Saturday. Okay, so by default end select has already been given and all the other parts have been done properly. So this is the code, and I have done a few modification over here. Now why I did is because if anything else is there other than these cases, it is going to create problem for the program. So I had to do this kind of validation over here. It's not done in your book, so please write it down in your book, or you can with pencil you can write it down in your book, or you can write the full program in your copy. So let us start it. On starting, first let us check if it is working or not. So let me just enter 10. So it is not showing me anything. It should have shown me the message box incorrect choice, but it is not showing me. So let us check if there is any problem in the code or not. Okay, so the problem with the code is that I have given AND, in which case it should have been OR. So now let us check if it is working or not. So let me skip 10 and click on check the day of the week. Yes, incorrect choice we are having, and if we give here 0 and again check it, yes, incorrect choice. Okay, so we are all done. Now let's give 1 and give check. Yes, it's showing Sunday, and if I am giving 2, Monday. If I am giving 3, Tuesday. If I am giving 4, Wednesday. 5, Thursday. 6, Friday, and on 7 you should give Saturday. Yes, so our program is working perfectly. I had made a small mistake over there. I just replace the AND with OR. Okay, so if either of the condition is matching, the message will be given as incorrect choice. Other than that, all the cases will be brought forward in this way. So this is how the switch case statement works. We can do so many things with switch case statement. Usually the switch case statement is mainly used for menu driven programming. Okay, whenever we have to create a menu, you have to select a choice and so on. We use the select case statement, because when there are so many options that we can choose from, and we can choose only one from so many options. Along with the use of radio button, we can also use the select case statement to to do our work. Okay, so if I had taken 7 option buttons, and then we can just select one of the option buttons, and then also could have checked it from there that option 1 means yes, this is Sunday, this is Monday. That we can do that by ourselves through work. And here what we did was using the select case statement, which is used for menu driven programming. That means we can create a menu. Now you will be all familiar with some Airtel or Vodafone saying that by dialing *121# you can see whatever if you have any new features in your pack or not. So what it does is that whenever you dial that particular number, what happens is that you are doing a task, and the company is giving you a menu. So it says press 1 to select if you want to check your balance, press 2 if you want to recharge, press 3 for internet, and so many other things, so many options you get. So in those cases we use select case statement. Okay, always remember that. Use the select case whenever you want to create a menu driven program, depending on which your program is going to continue. Okay, so this is how we can work with the select case statement. In the next class we'll be discussing loops, which is one of the most important part of this chapter, because loops are something that help us in our everyday life, means while programming, because they shorten our task by numbers. Okay, it really helps us to do a really large amount of work in a very small amount of time. So in the next class we'll be discussing about loops. Today we are going to end our class here, and we are going to discuss what are the problems we are having here in this program, in these 2 parts. If you have any problems, please ask. Thank you.